I'm about to get on a robot that's gonna completely neutralize my golf swing. We're here at Club Champion. I'm about to meet my boy Chris Johnson, and we're gonna get connected with the golf swing. Look at him. He's already on the machine, working on this thing. It's Robo Golf Pro, and it's dialed. I've been using my hands way too much in the golf swing, guys, relying on tempo, and now I'm done with it. It's a thing of the past. Chris, thank you, brother.
Man, Leo really wants to fight those wedges, get it coming out of a lower window, compressing it more spin, and scoring. So we're gonna get him connected today.
I love it. It's all about the little things at this level. And you know, I like to say and feel like I have a good golf swing, but there's always something to work on. And you know, as soon as I hopped on this thing, I realized the feels that I really needed to get to the position I want to. I've always been really handsy with my swing, kind of relying on tempo. But being a competitive golfer, I just kind of got away with it. But I don't want to keep getting away with it. So Chris, for the audience, who are you and why should they listen to you telling me stuff?
Right.
Know?
Chris Johnson, professional golfer, Robo Golf certified, do some TV for Golf Life TV, work with a lot of celebrities, pros, amateurs, beginners, CEOs, VPs, working on the Robo, off the Robo, predominantly want to work with people on the Robo because it's the most effective, efficient thing for teachers. I can sit here and tell you everything, but until you feel it, you don't know what it feels like. So if I can train your swing, design your swing just for you, you get the feel, you understand what that feels like, as well as you get the visual feedback from the TV of where you actually are. Then you can say, okay, this swing was built for me. I'm gonna rep it out until it becomes my swing.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna make you do about 200 to 300 reps today.
Man, I love
By
it.
the time you walk out of here, you're not gonna really remember the old pattern.
Yeah.
You're only gonna feel the new pattern.
I love it.
So it's creating new neural pathways, muscle memory, whatever you wanna call it. Bryson DeChambeau said that 5,000 swings on a range is about adequate to 500 on here. So 500 swings on here is like Bryson doing 5,000 on the range with a perfect training aid, perfect drill. It's very hard to practice perfect.
So 10x results, basically.
That's what we're
Who
after,
doesn't want
right?
10x results on their golf swing?
Yeah. So we're gonna build out his custom swing for Leo, only for him. He can take that to any Robo Golf Pro location across the world, which there's over 50 of them. And so he can neutralize his path, give him better width, better turn, better ground forces, more compression, more consistency, lower scores. Let's get it.
That's everything I want to hear. Stay connected.
We're going to build it from takeaway all the way up. So
Now, how does this actually get built for me?
So that's what we're doing. Your size, your arm length, it's called your scale. So I'm scaling the swing to you. If we want to get that club shaft a little bit more, so perfectly zero would be right here. So I had it set to the outside, 9 o'clock up. This is generally the point where Leo tends to get the club inside. So I'm actually putting it more in front of his chest and then up to the top. He struggles with a little too much shoulder tilt as well as too much depth, and therefore the club comes down behind him. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna move it more in front of him. So it's taking his hands higher, very similar to a Jason Day or Justin Thomas.
Even a Dustin Johnson up here.
Absolutely, man. And then we're gonna lay the club off less, so get it more neutral. And then you can see yourself in the TV. You can see where that's at. And I'm gonna even get it even more in front of you. And then here's the downswing. We're gonna implement a lot more lag. How's that feel, Leo?
Yeah.
Crazy, right?
Very laggy.
And then into delivery. Maintaining that lag there. And this is also the point where he discusses that the club head tends to be right here naturally. So he's coming in behind him. He's got to stop his body, lock his left leg like he said, and go like this. So to compensate, I'm going to take the golf club and I'm going to move it to the outside. So this is where he is right now. And we're going to put him on the other side, so slightly on the outside, so that he can keep the club in front of him.
Wow.
impact, much more shaft lean, and I'm gonna want him to come in with a much stronger left wrist. So the club face is right there. The responsibility of the student is just the club face. The robot is moving everything else. And then follow through, we want to implement a lot more extension. There we go. Into a full finish. And we can get that a little bit more around. So that was a very quick build out.
Yeah.
Just for
Very
what I'm
simple.
seeing off of what we got on your befores. And then let's just start feeling this. Let's test this out. I'm gonna slow it down so you can give me your feedback on your feels.
Yeah.
Like, hey, is this hitting kind of what we're talking about? And if not, we can continue to alter. And if not, we're gonna rep this thing out. We're gonna get in the bay and we're gonna start figuring it out.
Awesome.
Making the changes.
Sweet. And man, the muscle memory thing is huge for me because that's what it takes to be great. You got to build in the right feels. And
So this is what we just built out for you.
Okay.
Tell me your thoughts, your feels. Kind of move with it. You're gonna feel a lot more width and height. Love the top of that backswing. It's gonna come down and more in front of you with more lag, and then it's gonna exit through with a lot more extension. So what I wanna do is, it's gonna bring it to 9 o'clock down position. And this is what's so cool, Leo, is we're gonna change this live time with you as the student. So this is 9 o'clock down.
okay.
And I'm even gonna kick this more in front of you.
Yeah, I think so too.
Good?
Yeah.
Into delivery. So it's always in front of you. Into impact. Hands left, club right. Follow through. There is your release. And now this is the point where I wanna get your intake and tell me
That felt good. That finish feels good.
good?
Yeah.
And then right here, I'm gonna take it just a little more in front of you. And then even more, I'm gonna take the shaft downward.
Yeah.
Because
I need that, bro. I get so
Yeah.
flippy and my shaft goes the other way.
Exactly. So the more I can keep your left and right arm straight, I know I completely neutralized. I neutralized the face, and then you're gonna really feel a ton of extension.
I feel it.
Different, right?
Oh yeah.
And Tiger 2000, Jason Day, Steve Stricker, they have a ton of width and very little hinge, which those are some of the best wedge players of all time, right? So implementing those changes.
This backswing feel is money, man.
So let me know. So it's more in front of you in the downswing and more width. How's that feel right there? Little
Wow.
Tiger stinger kind of follow through.
It's definitely an unorthodox feel, but I'm
Right,
like,
but it's the
this is
opposite
I
of
need
what
to
you
be
do,
doing.
right? And I would say that's the biggest thing with Robo Golf Pro is we're gonna take whatever you do and try to implement the opposite,
Yeah.
right? So your brain's inevitably gonna find the middle faster.
Yeah.
Right? You like this swing?
I like it. Yeah.
Okay. So we can also change the speeds of it. I can make it faster, I make it slower. That's the biggest one right there.
The release is insane to me.
Right? So now
Like I'm so used to like.
Yeah. Most people say halfway on the downswing, they're like, what is that? Well, this is actually lag, but it's on plane.
Yeah.
So if someone said, hey, this is the proper amount of lag and you're perfectly on plane, and you can see it on the screen, right? Most people are going this way. For better players, we're gonna go that way.
That's me.
I wanna drop this thing right on plane with a ton of lag, and then that way all that energy, all that lag, everything's getting released here at the ball or past the ball.
Yeah.
Versus so much of us goes this way. You were talking about your left leg locking out. Why does it lock out? Well, I know you're releasing the energy and going this way. That's the only way to lock this out, right?
Yeah.
So if this is holding, I'm gonna get left, and then all the energy, all the force is in front.
Yeah. What if we slow this down a little bit just so I can feel like
A ton, yeah, I can get it real slow. Let's do like 5 reps at a slower speed. And you know, this is when Tiger had all his surgeries here in Orlando. He was always doing his Tai Chi swings and various other things.
Oh yeah.
He wanted to go very slow. That's where you're gonna get the most out of this. And then feeling like this, as we go through, we're gonna be much more straight.
Yeah.
I love right side bend at impact, but the people that carry it into the follow through, that's who struggle the most with wedges.
That's me.
So we're getting, now that I got the robot with you, I'm gonna have you up here. I'm gonna keep this higher. There's your lag, and then I'm gonna keep you a little bit higher on the way through. There we go.
You're so right on the right side bend.
Yeah.
I stay back there, and sometimes.
And
this
your
creates
pattern is very much like this, this, and then that way. So we're just making you more rounded and rounded. So right here, left shoulder staying higher. You're maintaining your height, which is going to increase your width. Here's your right side bend, and then as we go through, I want it to be much more level into the through swing versus this being like that, right?
Yep. Man, I can already feel the difference
Right?
massively.
And especially when we're working at these slower speeds.
This is what you need to do.
Kinesthetically, your mind and your body are much more aware of what's going on, right? Yeah, good job, man.
I'll be honest with you, the feel of the downswing, the club staying in front of me is the most unorthodox thing
Yeah.
of this whole thing.
But when you see it on
Like,
camera,
I'm
you're
so
gonna
used
be
to
like,
having that thing behind me.
you're gonna love what you see on the camera though, in the positions. It looks very neutral, very athletic. And then I'm gonna want you to feel more this way in transition. So this left knee is gonna stay much more down, 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 and then that way.
Wow.
So that's the beautiful thing about the robot is if
yeah.
this is getting controlled, I can start to implement and help you with your body movements, your ground pressure,
Yeah.
everything else, right?
Absolutely.
Well, let's go take a swing. We've taken
Let's do
about
it.
15. Let's just see how it, transfers
Come
over.
on. I'm already feeling more connected. It's like a cheat code.
Yeah, dude. Well, I mean, there's
These
a,
guys on tour,
there's a,
no wonder
oh
they're
yeah,
fucking-
some of them have them at their houses.
That's not even fair.
I know.
How much do one of these cost? And how many variations do you guys have?
Yeah, so there's the Robo Golf Pro, which is that one, which is really for helping the student feel a tour level swing. So you can feel Tiger, Bryson, whoever, but it's really meant for the student and
Yeah.
building out the swing for the student. Those are $150,000. And then the newer one where we got to see you in Boca, that people gaining 10 miles per hour faster within an hour is like lifting weights on a perfect plane. Also, Bryson had the concept. That's 60 to 70,000.
Okay.
And those are going into production
Nice.
right now.
Hell yeah.
Just over 50 locations worldwide. And I believe just over 35 in the United States. The rest are international.
Sick. That's
So
awesome.
you're going to be able to take your swing. We can save it. And then you can have access to that swing anywhere in the world at any Robo Golf Pro location.
It's just put in the numbers. and
That's right, baby.
Boom. Connected.
So here's the biggest thing, Leo. No thinking. I want you to repeat that robo swing. Yep. That's way more in front of you.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the ball flight, right?
That's straight.
So guys, we were talking before. Leo was really struggling with his wedges. Sometimes the irons, and the path was around 3 to 5 right? And the face was 1 to 2 open. So in the first swing off the robo, he went about 4 degrees into out to now he's at 1.4. So that's one of our biggest goals. To neutralize our hands, we have to neutralize the path, meaning we can't be swinging 2 into out or 2 over the top. We're here to flight his wedges, get him better with his ball striking. First swing, we went from 4 into out to 1.4.
Yeah.
So that's a good change. I know the club face is coming much more in front of you
Yeah.
versus behind you.
And I want to emphasize the fact that I didn't even think in that swing. Like, I wasn't like trying to repeat the movement.
Right.
I just swung.
And
And I only made like 10 swings in it. Like,
Yeah. We're going to
I can
get a
only
lot more.
imagine how much better it would be if I really got it.
So really feeling that height. Really good. There's not a left in there. That's as far left as you should miss it.
Yeah.
Because the club and your hands are much more high. You have much more height. Yep. Yep. And then try to feel that follow through.
Yeah, that's the big one for
Give me that one where you saw it off with that tiger left arm, long follow. There we go. Oh, yeah. There you go.
I am the robot. Computer. Computer activate.
Good. We finally missed one right. People think I'm like a magician, but as you know, Leo, if you just look at the backswing and the follow through, I don't need to see the TrackMan numbers. It's going to tell me what I need to know.
I could feel like I could be more shallow with it too.
There you go.
Not as steep.
I really like that follow through and much more extension. One of the biggest reasons you had to snap out of it so quickly is if I'm kind of stacked and a little deep and I get here, how can I get to the ball? I better spin, right?
Yeah.
And get that lockout. Now, if I'm here, there, my left leg isn't actually locking out until I'm around the corner.
That's such a big feel for me too. Like I've never figured
So
out how
now,
to get to that.
hey, we just built your swing.
Yeah.
Your hands are already in a better position. Your path is neutralizing. Then we're going to work on body movements while you're on the robo. Nice, man. Nice.
Yeah, it feels way
There,
more.
and then there's the flight. Look how much lower that is.
Yeah.
So Rory just had a, by the way, Rory just had a video. Did you guys see it?
No.
Where he said that if you're working on flighting your wedges like tour players, you want the launch to be half of the club. So if you got a 60 degree, you're trying to launch it around 30. So that,
30 feet.
That's our goal today.
Nice.
We're going to try to launch it half.
What am I at right now?
Launch is 40.
That was a low one too.
Yeah, I know.
So
That was good though.
we just hit 23.
Right. With a 60 degree wedge. So when he first started, he was around 40. So we got our hands up higher. We've increased our width with lag with the robot. We're shifting more this way. And then we're keeping our right side bend through impact, but then more level on the way through, right?
Yeah.
So do that again.
Yeah.
So there, left side, keep coming through. And then the right side is going to stay much taller into the follow through with much more width and extension there.
That is opposite of what I was feeling.
Right?
And it just, no, I know it feels so much better.
Yeah, different sound. There you go. Launch, 24 and a half.
25.
So you've already, in 10, 15 swings, you've already decreased your launch angle by about 10 degrees.
Stay connected, guys. It's only $150,000. Feeling muscles in here that you haven't felt before, guys. I'm sure you guys are already feeling a more connected swing just watching.
Beautiful, dude. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Dude, there's like, but I could also feel a restriction in here that I had based on my movement.
Yeah.
I built like a restriction in my body.
So the Robo is doing so much of the work that I can really focus on some of the body movements to help us. Beautiful, man. See, now your weight's
feels
going
so
this
instinct.
way instead of behind you.
Yeah. Didn't even want to be here all day.
Beautiful, dude. Beautiful.
I feel dialed right now, guys.
So we stay up. And then we're going to finish a lot more round.
Nice.
So that the ball flight is predominantly, for me, I want to see straight to a small fade.
Yeah.
And I know that if I'm in the shot, this left leg is here, then I can continue to rotate. But what I was saying earlier to Leo is from the top, you guys can see it from this angle, his left leg will immediately travel back and it will straighten because he's trying to get the club back in front of him. But the problem is that with the momentum, it's going to end up here like this. And we were saying we get handsy with the wedges, right?
Yeah.
So all I'm trying to do is in transition, feel like his left leg's going this way. The robot has the lag here, and then his momentum is taking him left so he can maintain the lag and then maintain the extension on the way through.
And what was it that Tiger said about the left leg?
I heard Tiger talking on TGL about power, or it was on a video he did a while back, but he was saying that some of the longest players on tour, kind of their groin area stays behind their knee. You don't see any power players like this, where the groin and the knee are matched, right?
Yeah.
So the more you can keep the groin area behind the lead leg at impact, you're going to get all this snap. And the more that this left knee stays down, the more I continue to stay in my posture and go around the corner, the more this left leg is locked, like Leo's been telling me, the more I am going to obviously stand up and the club's going to take over.
Yeah.
Hey, we know we're doing good things right if we're starting to get spasms
Yeah.
in our feet and our legs,
Like the inside of the left foot.
which tells you where the pressure is meant. So that's so good that you feel that, because that tells me your pressure is going this way. And before it was actually going to the outside portion of your left foot. So you were effectively spinning, and now you're going this way so you can go that way.
Yeah. Is
So-
that a karate golf move right there?
Hiya! Yeah, way different through impact. And then you can see how your weight's a lot more forward. And then looking at our launch number, there you go, bro. So you've hit 3 wedges, 24.5 in a row. Starting launch was like 40 for a 60 degree. So we were after flighting it, and that's what we've been able to do. There you go. Wow.
That was like super low.
That's my favorite one. And that, to me, looked identical to the robot. 21.2, dog.
Wow. That's pretty
That is beyond tour caliber right there, guys.
good. Now, is there a number that's too low? I mean, obviously.
Just depending on the shot, but look at your spin rate. Your spin rate was 10,000.
So as long as that stays up.
And that's
You're
why
good.
the best players in the world, if we were at Bay Hill or saw you guys at the senior tour event, every single player is flighting their wedges inside of 110, 120, but it's spinning. And it has to do with their attack angle. Very nice. There you go.
22.
22, and your attack angle is -9. So we've increased your attack angle.
I'm steeper, basically. What
You're
saying.
steeper with the club more in front of you. Exactly what the Robo was teaching you.
Good job, Robo. Computer. Continue.
There you go. That was way different, man.
20. We're lowering the scale.
And that was 10.6 attack angle with a 20-21 launch.
Wow.
And that, you notice that your follow through is actually getting more width and extension, just like the robot.
Yeah.
And now your body movements are matching that, and your spin rate's almost 10,000. That's plenty to be able to hold a green. Leo, by the way, no reason you can't do this with a 7-iron. You implement this change throughout the bag, you can flight it with any club. Same feel. So this is what's fun with better players, is I can move them and they know where to go. So here's the robot position, here's the robot position, but in transition I want this to go this way. There you go. So effectively, the more this is what nobody really talks about for some reason. Everybody's about use the ground, rotate, 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 right? I want you to use the ground, get this way, and stay shut. And then that way, once this gets here, the rotation will kick it out and around like that way.
Wow.
So basically, you're keeping your hips shut to the target longer so that it gets into the slot. Now you can rip as hard as you want. That's why hockey players are the best golfers generally.
Oh, wow.
That
money.
was way different.
Dude, I don't usually feel that in my swing. I felt it.
Hey, Leo, that was a 198-yard carry with
No
a 7-iron.
way.
Show the camera.
That was a 3/4 7-iron.
198-yard carry, 214 total. Launched it at 11 degrees, 1.47 smash.
As soon as I hit that, I literally was blown away. Like I felt something I've never
Because
felt
just
before.
like the Robo, you're maintaining the lag, but your weight's going that way, exactly. So this is very similar to Justin Rowe's kind of rehearsal. Beautiful, buddy, beautiful.
Yeah.
And that ball's not going left.
All right, I'm connected. Thanks for watching.
Dude, that
Literally.
was sick.
Dude, that's awesome. Thank you so much,
Yeah,
Chris.
man.
Is there anything else to cover here? I mean, I feel like we covered all
I
the
think
bases.
that's pretty good. And then when we get RoboFar, we'll have you guys in and get 10 miles per hour faster with RoboFar.
Oh, I love that. Super exciting what you guys are building. Go
Yep.
check out Robo Golf. What is it, robogolf.com?
Yep.
Yeah, robogolf.com. Check it out. But I mean, if you can't get one, at least try to find someone like Chris that can give you access to one. He's based down here in Orlando, Florida, and you'll get connected. I mean, I literally just proved to you how connected I just felt.
Club champion, Turkey Lake, Orlando, Florida, really close to Bay Hill. Instagram, golf_Johnson32. And we got plenty of more celebs, creators, pros coming in. Just come get on the Robo. Experience the change for yourself.
Stay connected.